Alright guys, it's a Wednesday night. We're over the bridge. As you can see, it's very colorful. Very nice and lit up. And it's a really, really nice night out. Good night to go for a walk. There is some kind of, I don't know what the hell, float? That looks like a float. Something going on? Huh. So I can zoom in a little bit. Yep, there's definitely a float of some kind. Not sure what it's for or anything, but we heard there was supposed to be a concert. Somebody said there was supposed to be a concert down there where they have a big stage and everything and all that space set up, but it doesn't appear it's going on now. It is early. Maybe they meant later. Because right now there's no concert. But still, that might have something to do with the float. I'm just guessing. Looks like a pretty nice float. While I was uploading last night's video, I was uploading it at the very same time, about 8:30 at night, because if you remember, I was planning on going back into my school today and finding out what the deal was, why, you know, if I'm still working there or I'm not. Did they come to an agreement on money, or, you know, that kind of thing. And I apologize for how dark this part of it's going to be. Ooh, and watch out for the sidewalk. Not too many lights, so I do apologize. But yeah, I wanted to find out, you know, what they agreed upon. Well, as I was uploading that video and getting ready to go to bed, after it uploaded, I got a call from the main guy, the main boss, and he said there had been a mistake, but apparently, I think what happened, and he didn't say this for sure, but the way it sounded was that when he had my interview with me and I told him I couldn't work that many hours for that much money, he offered it to the other teacher we have there, JJ, and I believe JJ took it, because what he told me last night was that they didn't have enough money for 2 teachers. So I thought, when I had my meeting, that he was offering us each $400 a month to stay there, but apparently, from what I'm guessing, he was only going to offer one of us $400 to stay there and take over both classes in the morning and in the evening, preschool and kindergarten together, because they can't afford to pay even the $800 for 2 teachers. So that was the deal. He told me that's actually what he told me. He said it was a mistake on the administrator's part. She didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be there, and so he told me I didn't have to come in, because he said, well, you know, I understand you can't take that much money. You turned down the offer. That's fine. But right, so we had to keep JJ, and right now we can only have 1 teacher. So the weird situation has been cleared up. So if I would have said yes, apparently they were going to let JJ go. But then again, it comes down to the, you know, not only how many hours you have to work for that kind of money, but now having to take over 2 classes, a preschool and a kindergarten, which is completely different levels of learning. They're not at all at the same level. It's an almost impossible task to do that and teach everybody. You will have to talk down and leave the more advanced students behind, so the younger ones learn, or you will have to teach the more advanced ones more advanced things that the younger ones are not yet ready to understand, and they won't learn. So that's kind of not a good situation for any teacher to be in, even on a full salary. So $400, yeah, that's not a good deal. Anyway, that's the end of the saga. So I went today, had copies of my new updated resume printed out, got a few more passport photos, went to a place right around the corner. Really nice place. I'll try to see if I can find the name. It's right around the corner from my apartment on Watbo Road. They speak really good English. They're very friendly. I made 10 copies of my resume and got 6 passport photos. The passport photos, for 6 of them, color, was only $5. And that's a really good price. If you're in the West, you know what I'm talking about. Go down to a Walmart or somewhere, or you know, a drugstore, wherever they do passport photos. See how much they charge you for the extras. It's a ridiculous price. But what really surprised me when I went to pay for my copies, she handed me the receipt and it said 1400. 1400. So I thought she had just added an extra zero and it was actually $1.40, which would have been fine. 10 copies. They were all good copies. But I was wrong. It was actually in real. It was 1,400 real, which is less than 35 cents. So really good deal on all that. So I put all my new packets together with the passport photos, attached them with I attached the photos to the corner with a paper clip. So my packet will include, and this is something you should be aware of, my packet will include my cover letter, my actual resume, a copy of my TEFL certificate, and a copy of the classes I took in my TEFL certificate that covered the 180 hours. So they have all my information. They got all my contact information, all my references. I make it as prepared as I can for them so they don't have to worry about it later. So that will be my mission the rest of the week, going around putting them in schools. That's the easy part. I already know of 3 that people have recommended to me, so I'm going to start with those 3, and then I'll take the other 7 at random schools I see along the way. Events. But anyway, I thought we were going to see a concert. Like I said, that didn't happen, but still a nice walk down here. Like I said, very colorful, bright, lit up. Very nice new sidewalk they put in here since I've been here. They expanded it outwards so you can walk double in most places, except when you're trying to get around the trees, of course. So yeah, not bad. And over there they have the calisthenics exercises. That's why you hear the music. They pump up the volume, people can come in and follow who's ever on stage leading and get your exercise in. Alright, I'll talk to you guys. I'm not sure where we're going now since the concert thing fizzled out, but we'll figure that out. It's not like I'm in a hurry now. Anyway, ooh, nice moon. You can't see it that good, but it's nice. Nice little sliver of a moon. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, it is now obviously Thursday. Thursday morning. While I'm waiting for Senglai to get ready, gonna go for a walk. I wanted to just say one more thing about that clip from earlier, from last night. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm disparaging the school or the director or anybody for what happened. It was when I went in, when I took the job in September, I knew it was a brand new school. I knew the chances going in that it might work, it might not. I knew all that going in. So it wasn't like they lied about anything or told me things that weren't exactly true according to their knowledge. They said some things that didn't pan out, but I don't think they were intentionally lying to me, trying to get me to sign up for something. And I also want to say that he did, when he called me, I didn't mention this, but when he called me, he also he told me I could come back anytime I wanted to and work for him. He offered me once again a job in Phnom Penh. The international school he runs there is established and doing very well, and so he could pay me $10 an hour, but I would have to move to Phnom Penh. So yeah, it wasn't like he was saying, you need to get out and you're a horrible person because you don't take this low offer. No, nothing like that. He understood. He was apologetic, and he told me I could use him for a reference and I could come back whenever I wanted to, and he would get me a job, no questions asked. So I just wanted to clear that up, that I'm just telling you throughout the course of the last few videos what my situation is and the way I see it from my point of view. But there was no intentional nobody was intentionally trying to screw me over or anything of that nature. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know sometimes it might have sounded like that, like I was implying because he said this was going to happen, then it didn't happen. But some of those things were, of course, beyond his control. The investors backing out, he can't make people keep giving him money to keep the school afloat. The number of students you get is directly dependent on, offering the best deal, going to the right areas, getting the right students. That just never occurred, but still, you never know, it might boom one day and I might be back. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And I will take you guys with me tomorrow when we go to all the new schools, and I'll show you my packets and all the things you'll need when you come over here, and hopefully that will help. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, got my coffee. I'm all set. Something is going on in town today. I don't know what. I've heard a bunch of speeches and things coming out of loudspeakers. I've seen trucks, the kind with the open backs, that are filled with like soldiers and police officers, and like in their really good, nice press uniforms. There are roadblocks set up along certain portions of town, I understand. There's two explanations I've heard. Somebody said this is a continuation of the holiday we just had Monday on the 7th, which is the Freedom from Genocide Day. And apparently somebody said that Siem Reap wasn't actually liberated until the 10th. And so in Siem Reap, that's the big day of celebration, even though the official holiday is recognized on the 7th. That would make sense. That would explain it. But then somebody else said, no, the Prime Minister is in town talking with some Chinese diplomats. And so that's why all the added security, because of course, if that's true, safety and security would be the highest order. So one of those things is true, to the best of my knowledge. I'm just not sure which one. There's a little cargo container restaurant. Pretty neat idea. They set up some cargo containers up there. You can go up there and eat. Something a little different. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on, but you know, when you wake up and look down on your street and you see a big truck full of soldiers, it can be pretty daunting in a country like this, because you don't know, as an American, of course, you know, what's going on here. What did Trump do now? What did he say? Are they rounding up all the Americans and kicking them out? That is not a completely unthinkable idea, knowing the Trumpster dumpfire. Trumpster dumpster fire. There we go. All right, we're just walking around now. We're on Watbo Road. Somebody asked about if they only have little mom and pop stores here, or if they have big box chain stores. There are a lot of mom and pop stores. Every corner, every street's going to have one or two. You can go get your basic needs. You can get something to snack on. You can get something to drink. You know, they usually sell cigarettes and beer and maybe shampoo and soap, body soap, you know, oils for cooking, things like that. But then you have stores like this. It's called the Open Mart. This will be a little convenience store where they have a wider selection of goods than the mom and pop store. But there are also big stores here, big regular grocery type stores where you can get almost anything you could want. Local brands to international brands of things. You can find them at the bigger stores. And the prices vary, of course. The smaller the store, the lower the price. So the mom and pop stores I found to be the least expensive for some things. The mid-sized stores are not too much more expensive. And the bigger stores usually charge the most. But that's because a lot of their things are imported and you will be paying a higher price because of the import tax. But yeah, down here they have all kinds of little stores, things. The tent set up for either, I'm guessing it's a wedding or a funeral. I'm not sure which. You see that all the time. Oh, no. No, thank you. You see that all the time. Around here, somebody's getting married or there's a funeral, they set up these tents. Middle of the street. I believe that's going to be a wedding tent. Pizza place. Yeah, it looks like there's a restaurant back there. I did not know about that. Huh. Little silver pot place set up right in the middle of an alley back there. I never saw that before. Not aware of it. Might have to go check that out. Washers, dryers. And of course, traffic congestion because of the tent. That will happen. That will happen. I'm not sure where we're going, but this will be like a little mom and pop store here. You can buy things, fresh coconuts. They'll chop the top off one. So you can have some fresh coconut water. They got, you know, like I said, things to snack on. They got little toiletries in there. You buy water, beer, potato chips, dried fruit. I don't know why we're going down here. But away we go, I guess. All right, I'm gonna end this one here. Not much going on today. If I do find out more. Hello. If I do find out more about exactly what's going on in town today, I'll let you know. But like I said, it's one of those two things. Seems like a visit from the Prime Minister would have been announced earlier. Seems like that's something I would have known about. However, they could both be connected. Maybe he is here for the celebration and decided while he's here to meet with those people from China at the same time. So, could be. Since I don't know for sure, I can't speculate. I can only guess. Alright, I'll end this one here. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.